Hi, Mr. President. My name is Joy Lightoller. I am an Air Force veteran. I was an airborne surveillance instructor on our AWACS plane. And throughout my life, I've had many eating disorders. And I figured out the reason why I had these eating disorders was because of the sugar and caffeine that humans are consuming, especially in America. Here's the thing. The sugar industry and the caffeine industry have become the biggest industries in the world. People eat so much sugar and consume so much caffeine, and those are the culprits for obesity. We don't want to admit it because everyone is obsessed and addicted to sugar and caffeine. Now, everyone thought we could do this thing where you just exercise to lose weight. It's not going to work because when you're so addicted to sugar and caffeine, you cannot stay ahead of the curve by exercising. What will happen is someone will eat more as they exercise now because they feel that they burn so much calories and they just achieve so much, but the amount of sugar they're consuming will not balance out. So what will happen is as they exercise, they'll consume more sugar. So they'll actually get fatter as you're encouraging them to exercise more. And that's why, since we did this exercise initiative, we have, I think it's a 42% increase in obesity. And that's because, for what I said, and also because as each year, we are increasing the amount of sugar added to things. It's like someone goes, oh, how do I sell this? Add more sugar. Because people are so addicted that the sweeter something is, the better it will sell. And the same with caffeine. You say, what's wrong with caffeine? Caffeine messes up your insulin production. And insulin tells your body to store fat. So the more caffeine you consume, the more fat your body will store. So caffeine and sugar, Mr. President, are the problems. If you want to fix obesity, we have to regulate the amount of caffeine and sugar people are consuming.
It's 6 hours.
Hi, Mr. President. My name is Joy Lightoller. I'm talking to you on behalf of the fact that we have the highest obesity ever in America. And the reason for this is caffeine and sugar. And people go, what? Caffeine and sugar? It is. Because people are highly addicted to both those substances. And no matter how much exercise they do, they cannot outrun the amount of caffeine and sugar they're consuming. And the reason why this is so prevalent in our society is it's the biggest moneymaker in the world. I mean, everyone is selling caffeine and sugar these days. So I don't even know how this problem can be fixed, but the amount of caffeine and sugar is astronomical that people are consuming, and it's too much. And just telling them to exercise is not going to help them because the amount of sugar they consume, they can't stay up front of that with just running. And what will happen is as they run, they think they burn so many calories, so they'll actually eat more. And the problem is it's not about the calories, it's literally about the sugar content. But they think it's all about the calories. But so they'll think, oh, I'm doing a low calorie, but the sugar is so high. And same with caffeine is an issue too, because of what it does to your insulin. And it tells your body to store fat. So those are the two culprits, and the problem is they're the biggest money makers in the world. Everyone is trying to sell sugar and caffeine, and that's why we have 42% increase in obesity in the last 2 years. Actually, just since 2020.
Like who? Like what other show? Come on, tell about that Shark Tank.
So we were watching Shark Tank, which if you guys don't know, that's the show where people go and try to get an investment from these investors, these real sharks, these guys with a lot of money. But what's frustrating about this show is all of the sharks, I can't tell you 100%, I'm not in their household, but from the way they speak, I believe they're all bulimic because they all have hoarse voices, and that's one of the big signs of bulimia. And the other reason is every time someone comes on the show with any sort of food or caffeine thing or alcohol, they go nuts, because what happens is when you're addicted to sugar, then you get stimulated even just the thought of sugar. And so they want to invest in business with sugar because they're so addicted to sugar. So over here is our breakfast. Let me get this plate. This is what the Jedi eat. We do not consume sugar. We eat only organic beef. We make burgers every morning like this. I do it in this thing. I'll make another set here for you guys too. I'll show you. This is the first pound here for JediRich. Make 4 burgers. It's a pound here. They're just organic beef burgers with some organic rosemary and organic oregano seasoning. I'm going to turn this back on to do another set here. You just heat it up here. Fantastic grill here. We got this Ninja. It works really great if you need a good little home grill. But this is breakfast. This is breakfast, this is lunch, and this is dinner. The same food every meal. People go, don't you get sick of it? Actually, you never get sick of it because it's what your body needs. So if your body is craving something and you give it that, then now I'm going to tell you a caveat there. If your body is truly craving something that it needs and you give it that, you're going to be satisfied. Now what happens with sugar is it tells your body you need sugar, but you don't actually need sugar. See, we have this misconception that you have to have sugar to live. You don't. What you can do is you can convert meat into sugar through ketosis. You can live that way. People think you have to actually add sugar to live. No, your body can convert anything to sugar. It can convert oils to sugar. You actually have to be careful with the amount of oils because that one's very easy to convert to sugar if you're eating very high fat things. But meat is one of the hardest to convert, so that's why you burn the most calories converting meat to sugar through ketosis. Some people have heard about this through the keto diet. That's putting your body in ketosis. We're constantly in ketosis because the way to get out of ketosis is by eating sugar. We don't eat sugar. But you go, well, you converted to sugar. It's very different in that state because once that's at the very last process. It's that amount of sugar is okay to have in the system. It's all of that added sugar by all the things people are eating, like donuts, candy, anything. Even when they think they're eating healthy, fruits, veggies, all those have high sugar.
You can show the little shorties how you pump and think.
The dog,
Not to death, I'm not impressed, I'm not amused, I'm not confused, I'm not to do. I'm a grown man business, I am not in school. Put your hand down, youngin', this is not for you.
on my jail, my beats with the Kanye,
Your
yo.
name on the market, your name off the payroll. Style fresh
Like I'm still a Dayo, and it's been like that since the Dayo.
On more time than a Rolly or Seiko.
Step on deck, your neck, or do what I say so. Get up or get out, get down and lay low.
You're standing in the shadow.
Old Jedi, I am Black Jedi. Black Jedi.
Black people,
Let's move.
Let's move. Shout out to my man Khalid Kweli. We on top. Shout out, check it out.
Check it out. Slim Jedi.
Cast a big shadow.
Cherokee red to shoot the long arrow.
Got
More skill, more aim, and more ammo.
You can get it all from a big or small barrel like
Hail Mary, full of grace, Jedi.
come and shoot up the place and make you pull up your face. The death,
I pull out the ace from the jungles of the Empire State where there ain't no escape.
247.
718, and that's like every night, every day. From the place that I settle insane to the states, I'm collecting my pay.
Blast off and I'm back to the cave.
Hold it down for my family straight.
Represent in a family way.
Pro ball, not for amateur play.
Billy Ross is an amateur stage. Before the president, the camera's raised.
Like a long-time man of the way, you understand me straight.
Yeah, no doubt.
Excellence. And that's what it is, you see.